Hello, YouTube. Luigi here. Listen, it's Thanksgiving morning on 2016, and I have 4 budget knives here that I'm offering in a lot. In a lot. You got to buy all 4 of them, and I want you to think stocking stuffers because these are budget knives to begin with, and I'm offering them at a really good price. Price includes shipping anywhere in the continental United States. Payment is via PayPal, and we'll get into that later. Now, I'm going to go through these. I have a check sheet on every knife, and I'm going to be honest enough to tell you why I am selling them. Okay, so you know me. Even if I shoot myself in the foot, I'm going to tell you why I'm selling them. The first one here is the Harnes Viper. Chinese knife, well made, big knife. You know, it's 3 5/8 inch blade. I'm going to go through the specs quickly. Made in China. I'm going to say the steel is HCR 13 MOV. Yeah, it says right there, right on the blade. It's got a thumb disc for an opener. It's a drop point blade. It's 4 3/8 closed, 8 1/4 open. The lockup to me appears about 30%. The centering is not perfect, but neither is it rubbing anywhere. The hand feel is great. It's got this sort of textured diamond plate FRN. It's nice and grippy. In spite of its lack of jimping anywhere, there's a little bit of knurling on the thumb release tab, which is easy to get to. Has a lanyard hole. Because I put a lanyard on it, I took the pocket clip off, but the pocket clip is tipped down. I'm sorry, tip up. Here it is. Here's the hole. Tip down right side. The pocket clip is tipped down right side. It will come in its original box with the pocket clip and the screws securely taped to the box so you don't lose them. Use category, I would call it tactical big EDC. It comes in at a whopping 5.1 ounces. It's not a light knife. And I said it has a lanyard hole. Why am I selling it? It's a little big and a little heavy for me now. That I know some of you will remember there was a time when I started giving knives away because I was complaining that they were too small and I couldn't get a full 4-finger grip. And I've just come full circle on that in my approach to carrying an EDC knife. And most of my EDC tasks are light to medium duty. The knife I'm carrying today, for example, the CRKT Ripple. Now this is a perfect size for me. A perfect size for me. Okay, second knife is the Coast FX350. Well-made knife in China for Coast, which is an American company, but it's fabricated in China. It's got, I'm guessing it's a HCR 13 MOV. It's got a tie-nye coating on the blade. If you see some sheen here, it's because I just wiped everything down with a little bit of WD-40. And it's got a tie-nye coating on the stainless steel on the back. It has a pocket clip that is tipped down or tip up. It's let's do this again. It's tipped down right side. It's tip up right or left. So it's a 3-position pocket clip, something that's unusual. The lockup is way out there. I'm going to say it's 90%. The centering is really good. It's like perfect. All these knives are lightly used and lightly carried and lightly sharpened if they've been sharpened at all. The hand feel is really secure because of this honeycomb texture. Now the manufacturer claims this is G10. All the reviewers say they're full of shit. It's FRN. It feels like FRN to me. It's got jimping everywhere. It's got jimping here. It's got it at the bottom. It's got it on the underside for the reverse grip. It's a real secure feeling knife. A heavy spear point. I would call this heavy duty EDC. I really would. I wouldn't call it tactical necessarily. It weighs 5.6 ounces. Again, it's not light. It's not light, and it has a lanyard hole. The Coast FX350. The Schrade, next one, SC60B. This is a button lock, and it's really fast. Oops. It's really fast. It's got a, I think it's a DLC coating. It doesn't scuff, not like that shitty original, what were they called? The guys with the triad lock in the early days, their stuff was really lousy and scuffable. It's got a little lock here on the side. You can lock it open or lock it closed. The pocket clip is tip up, right or left, with a glass breaker, deep carry loop over, with a glass breaker. The open length is 7 7/8, which includes a glass breaker. The blade length is 3 1/4, which I think is perfect. That's my sweet spot for EDC. It's a nice length. It's just a nice length. It's got great ergos with these finger grooves and this texture in between them. The ergos are absolutely excellent. It weighs 3.5 ounces. Now, this is a little more reasonable. And it does have a lanyard hole. Why am I selling this? Because I have the... Oh, I locked it. Because I have the exact same knife in an automatic. So there's a redundant knife in my collection. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Here's a knife that, boy, I'd like to keep it and I'd like to sell it. This is the Gonzo G17-Y. I think the Y means the color. I think they're saying this is yellow. It looks like desert tan or something. Made in China. All the Gonzos are 440C. The scales are this Anzo rock pattern. It's got the Gonzo clone axis lock. It's really fast, really good action thumb stud. It has this drop point blade with a stone wash finish, and that blade is 3 3/8. It's a good sized knife. Overall, 8 inches open length, 4.5 inches closed length. Because of the axis lock, I don't have any lockup to show you. The centering, we'll look at that. The centering is just excellent. Centering is excellent. Use category, well, because of its speed and its reach, I'm calling this EDC Tactical. You know, stone washing on the blade, 5.4 ounces. It's got jimping up here, and it's totally ineffective. It's just way too shallow to be effective. It looks good, yeah. It looks good. Why am I selling this knife? Well, it's thick, it's heavy, it's thick, and the thickness plus the rock pattern, the Anzo pattern, makes for a somewhat, in my hands only, now hands are personal things, makes for a somewhat bulky feeling in the hand. I would love this knife with a smoother scale. You know, same thickness, okay? It's got unskeletonized liners, which contributes to that 5.4 ounces. But all these knives are, nothing's nicked up, nothing's scuffed up. I went through them today and swabbed out the open, they're all open pillar, swabbed out all the open pillar, got rid of any pocket lint that might have been in here. They're all, the action on every one of them is great. And I'm selling all 4 of them in their original boxes. All 4. Shipped priority mail, or first class mail rather, I'm sorry, anywhere in the continental United States for $75. And because, for me to break this up into 4 separate shipments, the money is so low, they're all budget folders, the money is so low on an individual basis that it's not worth the effort to box up 4 things and ship them. It's just not worth the short money. So I'm selling them in a lot, and I want you to think about in original boxes. They're going to look brand new when you get them. I want you to think about stocking stuffers, okay? In the description, I'm going to put my email address, which is the same as my PayPal address. You send me an email. Don't leave me a Facebook message. You send me an email and say you're interested, and if you're the first one, I'll say you've got it, and I'll give you you'll have my PayPal. It's the same as my email, and you put the money in the PayPal, selecting gift to family or friend, not goods or services, because there's an extra surcharge there that I cannot absorb unless you really want to pay me 4% more. You don't want to do that. And because it's a holiday, I'm going to give everybody there's only one buyer here. I'm going to give the successful buyer until 3 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Saturday. I understand there's a holiday going on, and I think that's great, and you should be with your family and loved ones and eating well and thanking God for everything that we have here. Okay? All right, everybody. think seriously about here. I think this is a good value. I've given you great prices, and you're free to check them out for further reviews. I raced through it rather quickly because there were 4 to get through, but I think there's some good stuff here at a good price. All right, God bless you. I love you all. Take good care out there. Bye-bye.